this video, I have a set of brand new 2023 irons, which I honestly think will top the list of clubs that you may well overlook in 2023, but definitely shouldn't overlook in 2023. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson and welcome to this YouTube channel. In today's video, I have the brand new Cobra Aerojet irons, together with their power bridge, with their power shell, and with that HOT face. Guys, these irons have recently featured in my top 5 forgiving irons of 2023. In today's video, I'm going to bring you the full review. I'm going to say exactly why they featured so highly in that test. And I'm also going to explain my honest opinions on these clubs and on clubs just like this that share their brand name with the driver, the fairway woods, the hybrids, and the rest of the line. Right, Cobra Aerojet irons. Do these set off like an Aerojet, or do they crash and burn? Okay, fair to say that's a perfect tee shot. Now, one of the things which I love about these irons is how easy they are to launch up in the air. You'll see the strike pattern here, and turf interaction was gorgeous, and it is the perfect result. Now, let's get down there and see just how this full set of brand new Cobra Aerojet irons does perform. And you see, my main worry when it comes to irons like this, the Cobra Aerojet, the TaylorMade Stealth 2.0s, the Callaway Paradigms, the Ping G430s, is that are they just there to fill the bags of rental sets? Are they just there to fill the bags of people who think, oh well, I bought the new driver, I might as well have the matching irons? Or are they there for a sole purpose? And that's what I honestly think these irons could have, a sole purpose. That's the middle of the fairway with the 5-iron. And yes, I know, there's no getting around the fact these irons are strong lofted. They're definitely going to go a long way, they're definitely going to be forgiving, and they're definitely not going to provide a lot of spin, leaving quite a big gap at the low end of the bag. Unless. See guys, in this set I have the gap wedge. That's pretty much like the pitching wedge of other sets, and I think the shape, look and design of this gap wedge is absolutely gorgeous and is a huge reason why this set for me could be played by so many different style of golfers. It's a lovely rounded finish. I'll put this on screen now for you, and I love that white out groove at the bottom to help with alignment. Right. See, that didn't feel like the best contact, but it's bang flag high. We've got 20 feet for birdie. And that's one thing I will say about these irons. You don't get the ultimate feedback. They're not the best feeling irons in the world, but I suppose when you strike it like that, do they have to be? Especially when that's the result from what didn't feel like a fantastic golf swing. These aren't going to be the irons that people want to play if you're a low handicap or if you're striving to get down to scratch to single figures. And one of the things for me is, are these irons needed, like I said earlier? Because we already have the Cobra Forge Tech, we have the Cobra Forge Tech X, we have the Cobra irons in the lower end with the blades and the CBs. There's a lot of good Cobra irons out here. Do we need that iron that has the same branding as the driver, as the fairway woods, and as the hybrids? I'm not sure we do, but I think there is a place for it, especially for golfers who've decided Cobra is the brand for them. Very similar with the TaylorMade Stealth 2s, very similar with the Callaway Paradigms, the Ping G430s. You're not going to go into the blueprints, you're not going to go into the P770s or the P7MBs, you're not going to go into the Apex and the Apex Pros. But in fairness, that gap wedge has stopped rather quickly to say we were downwind. Now we have this for birdie. And they're actually not a bad price point either. I've seen on American Golf you can pick these up in the £600, maybe just up to 700. That's not bad today. I know there's people screaming saying, James, that's still very expensive. I know it is, but in relation to other clubs, that's really not too bad. We've left ourselves a horrible little downhill left to right here. Does it turn? No. Good pace though, and that's one of the easiest falls you're ever going to make with the Cobra Aerojet irons. Moving on to the next hole. So just what technology is in these Cobra Aerojet irons that makes them so forgiving and so powerful? You see, they feature the power bridge design, which, let me get the 4-iron to show you, is a suspended bridge, almost like the Humber or I'm not gonna lie, I'm not huge on bridges, but I once went to the Iron Bridge on a scouts trip, so there's an interesting fact for you. But it's a suspended bridge which does allow the face to flex 30 times more to unleash faster ball speed performance. And I know what you're all saying, James, that must feel and sound awful to have that technology in there, but it is surrounded by a soft polymer filler just to allow those acoustics to be a little bit better. You can see I have properly been testing these for forgiveness. Check out one of those strikes that I had inside. Numbers coming very soon. Interesting. Right, can we play a nice low one with these irons that are designed to just fly up in the air? Lots of offset on here, really thick top line. It's not going to suit everyone's eye, but that's one of those horrible toey strikes again. That was awful. And it's still bounding down the fairway. Don't mind that at all. And you see, when I'm testing big forgiving irons like this, I'd almost rather put bad golf swings on it. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'd rather have bad strikes and see just how the irons perform. I ripped the 5-iron off the first, I played an okay gap wedge into the second. That for a misstruck 4-iron is rather ridiculously good, to be perfectly honest. And that's what's going to suit people who want to play these irons, just raw forgiveness and power. Are you that bothered about spin rates? Are you that bothered about consistency when you're looking at clubs that are this forgiving? Get in the comments below and let me know. And a big reason for all that is, yes, we've heard about that power bridge technology, but they also feature a forged power shell insert, which again is designed for more face flex, again more power, and again more forgiveness. Right, we've got 170 yards in here, so that for me is just a nice normal 7-iron. That's what we're going to go with. Certainly like the look of the lower irons more than the long irons. These look a little bit more, I don't know, still got a lot of blade length, but they don't look as big and clunky. Come on, let's attack that flag. Again, that didn't feel like the best strike. In fact, it wasn't. I can see it. Go. Oh, it's short. I expected more from that. It wasn't the best strike, but it still come up short. That was a particularly bad strike. No. That was a particularly strange one because the ball flight looked excellent to say that it wasn't the best strike, but then it's just finished in that short bunker. I would never have hit 6 there. I almost maybe came off it a little bit too much because I thought they might be a little bit too powerful. Is that an issue that you might have, worrying about flyers and worrying about that mega low spin one you sometimes get? You can get a 7-iron spinning at like 4,500, which really isn't a lot for the ball to be control. Right, quite an interesting leave here. Let's see if we can play this gap wedge out, because if the wedges are nice and versatile, that's definitely going to help when buying this set. You don't need to worry about buying a specialist wedge either. Move that stuff. Oh yeah, go on, go! That glided through the sand lovely. You can actually see a pretty prime example of how this gap wedge does have plenty of bounce on it and a little bit of camber across there. Very nice, must say, lovely. Right, not what the video is about, but always nice to try and finish a hole off, especially when it's an up and down par. Turn, oh, bogey. Right, last time we did a Cobra iron review on these opening holes, we actually holed out on the par 3 next. Some call it hole in one, some don't, I don't really care. Let's see if we can get close again today. And also guys, let's jump inside, let's see what the numbers say for these brand new Cobra Aerojet irons. Interesting name. So guys, as you can see here, I tested the Aerojet gap wedge and 7-iron. Insane ball speeds, very, very low launch, and incredibly low spin, 4,100 spin with a 7-iron. That's really not enough, I would think. And incredible distances as well. So 118 gap wedge, that's there or thereabouts for me, but 183 carry is 20 yards further than I would usually carry a 7-iron. Very, very interesting numbers. These things go a long way. You would definitely have to go with the gap wedge and maybe a couple of the wedges as well though. So quite interesting numbers there. And guys, the third and final piece of technology which I've not mentioned yet is the HOT face, so the hot face. That is AI designed very similar to what Callaway have been doing, and it's basically a strategic variable thickness face just to enhance ball speed, spin rates on off-centre hits. Let's see if you can help us try and get close to this flag. That's actually a very similar flag position to where we hold out. I think that was with the Cobra Forge Tech, the new one, but how far have we got? 150. Right, 150. It's into a little bit of wind, so I'm not going to hit a full 8. I'm going to try and caress a 7. See if we can just keep control of it. How close can we get? That is left. That is left and rubbish. Certainly one thing which the offset might do, it might put you off. If your bad shot isn't right, that face just looks like it might go left on you. Better. That's better. It's going to be up there. So easy to launch, I must say. Right, last one. There we go. There we go. I'll be good. Now, the last one could be good. The last one's the only one where I really got the ball flight I wanted. They are very difficult to play those low knockdown shots, but then that's really not what they are designed for. I managed to do it that third and final time. Let's see how close that is. Terrible zoom there, the flag's actually there. So as you can see, we found the green twice. Quite difficult to control those distances, and the less said about that shot, the better. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed that review of the brand new Cobra Aerojet irons. Guys, smash that subscribe button, and I can't wait to see you all at the same time tomorrow. Bye.